I like the direction you're going for sure.
I appreciate the information.
Yeah, man. I'll get you some check out 60s, 70s. Bring your curve up.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. So I have
Gotcha.
I have a couple artists that are looking for some. So yes, we're about to start this interview.
On the DMs. Pleasure to meet you. Absolutely. We're going to talk some more.
Okay.
It's always a pleasure.
Yes, I'm definitely gonna have to. You're good. Don't worry about me.
Have a great rest of the
Yes,
show.
thank you so much for coming. Give me like a week and a half, and then the interview will be back on YouTube, Instagram, all that.
Okay, so.
Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you. See you soon, all right? I'll be back up here when we get closer to June for Black Music Month.
Yes, let's get it. All right, y'all. We are back. We are back. This Chichi knows. We are back with our final interview. I don't know what he said over there. But I'm here with Toy. We got Toy still in the building. I got Yo Astro, who decided to bless us with his presence. And then I got the Bad Betty 215 in the building.
Period,
I told her she was gonna come. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yo, we might have to cancel that. We might have to reschedule that again. Cause I don't know.
Girl, if I tell you I'm coming, I'm coming.
Period. I love it. I love it. So, I like to start my interviews off by getting to know who you are behind the artist, who you are before Bad Betty. So, who are you? Where are you from? All that good stuff.
Okay, so I was born in Baltimore actually, but I was raised in Philly. Um, I've done a lot of advocacy for troubled youth. So that's kind of like my my market. I've been doing it since I was 13. I have my bachelor's degree in communications. I actually double majored, communications and criminal justice, with a minor in philosophy.
She's educated.
A minor in philosophy, and I'm actually in school right now.
What are you in school for now?
For like body sculpting, different stuff like that.
What made you want to go back to school for that?
Because I think that I think that primarily is something that a lot of women, not just women, but men, they want to feel and look good. And I feel like if I can be a part of that in a natural state, I would love that. I love making people feel good.
Period.
I love making people feel beautiful and love and all those things. So I think it's going to be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one. So what were your aspirations as a child? Is this yours? It was, but you can
I was on a drill team. I was actually the captain of a drill team, actually right on 46 and Market called Showtime. And we used to travel the world, and it was kind of more like militant based. So that's why, like, a lot of times if people see kind of like the aggression or like how I come off, it comes off as very strong. But like internally, I'm like a social butterfly, like inside, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I think it's important, especially a woman in this game, and what I've learned over the course of these 5 years, that you have to stand your ground. And if you don't, people will walk all over you. And I think that's just in life, but especially in this industry, if you don't, they will walk all over you,
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, I'm a mother all day and tomorrow, 365 days of the year.
So how did you get into the music?
I've actually always been into music because I was into drill team. Like I said, I started off with that when I was like 5 to 7, and I was in dance school. I did modern, jazz, hip hop.
And if they tune into your videos, you can actually see you got choreography. I seen oh my god. First off, who do you love?
Oh, who do you love?
I actually love that song, the original. So when I seen you do it, I'm like, oh, bet. And then she did the little 1, 2 with the blue dress.
Yes.
Kill it, girl. Okay.
Yeah.
And I actually did see you perform at the Met last year. I think it was at the Rocky show, and you had all the little baby dancers. What made you come up with the baby? Like, is that the drill team that you were with?
No, that's actually shout out to Marty, because he does a lot of stuff advocacy with the kids. But that was actually something that I felt like it was you know, the Met, that was one of the biggest stages that I had touched. Celebrities, big people that I even admire and look up to, touch that Met stage. So when I did that performance, I wanted it to show like who I was as not only a performer but as an entertainer. And not for nothing. Yeah.
That was the first time I ever seen you. And that was the first time I even heard of you at anything. Like I seen it and I was like, oh yeah, okay, and tapped in ever since then.
Yes. And so Major Red, I think, is especially like for little girls, is very, it's strict but it's classy, and I wanted to present that. You know what I mean? I think that's a embodiment of who I am. Like when I was in the schools and different stuff, I would have like 2 or 3, you know, clients that I was billing for, and I would be in the whole class, basically running the whole class.
Right.
I started, you know, a nonprofit dance team where they would come and different stuff and just dance. I would, you know, do the hair and different stuff. But over time, it just, you know, I feel like I need to plant my feet more to be able to really do what I want to do, if that makes any sense.
It does. Okay. You have to build yourself up and able to build somebody else up. So like, yeah. I definitely get what you're saying. Going back to the majorette, because a lot of times when I hear about majorettes and you know the girls bucking, a lot of people will say bucking is equivalent to twerking. How do you differentiate or even explain to people who don't necessarily know what majorette is that it's not, you know, little girls just shaking booty anywhere? It's an actual choreography and it's an actual, I would say, way of life, because like you said, they're also learning strength, they're learning body, you know.
Right. And this is what I will say. When it comes to technique and the correlation of the fundamentals of dance, it all depends on how they're moving. You feel what I'm saying? And so it's always been a great area. Because even when I was in dance, it was kind of the same thing. We didn't have twerking like how it is now in the new millennium, but it was still questionable. You know what I mean?
Out there,
So I think that people just need to understand the beauty and the art of dance. You know what I mean? And once you do, you'll understand that that's not what it is. You know what I mean?
Right. Because we was actually talking about that probably a couple of weeks ago. There's actually was it down in Florida where the children are learning pole dancing.
Now that I don't agree with. I'm sorry. That.
Face, but she,
so I actually have a mild opinion on that. So pole dancing as a strength and endurance exercise is an amazing thing, and I think that because I grew up, so I do ballet. I was a ballet dancer and I was a gymnast. I was a 2-time state champion in Connecticut in gymnastics.
Okay.
We had to learn arm strength. That was one of the major things because I was on the rings. Learning on a straight pole is actually 10 times more difficult than learning on the rings or learning on a bar. So it depends on what you're doing it for. Now, I will say that with the age of social media, we're getting to see it in a different light, which makes people have more opinions on. I'm about to just jump off it. We're getting to see it in a different light, and people are putting their opinions on the subject. But in a dance studio where it's just these girls and just their coach and it's not being recorded, it doesn't have the same negative connotations on it as it does when you're putting it out for the public to see. Right. Because honestly, I can't say that my training as a gymnast was all that. If you put some of that on TV, they're going to say, hey, these little girls are, they look real grown. It's the same thing for cheerleading and drill and everything else. They look grown, but they don't look like that when they're in the room by themselves doing that. It's not until they're on the national stage that you kind of get an opinion about it.
Right.
That is true too.
I think it's a separation because my daughter also does gymnastics. She takes hip hop, modern, jazz, and ballet, and they have poles basically. You know, as far as when they stretch and different stuff like that. I think that again, for what has been in the public eye so much, of course, that stigma, and I mean, I'm no one. I've actually lived the stigma. So you know what I mean. Right. It's no holds bars. There's no judgmental value there. But it's just, I think with kids, it has to be a separation. Always, it has to be that separation.
Excuse me. So, where did you get the name Bad Betty from?
Girl.
Yes, I want to know where did Bad Betty come from?
Oh my goodness. So, girl, let's talk about these names here. I went, I had a couple of different names, but Bad Betty stems from, it's a core from, I'm not sure if you've seen the movie Grease.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Betty Rizzo was one of the main characters.
You know what?
And
I did not think Betty Rizzo was actually her real name.
I did not know.
Yes.
The thing is, I didn't correlate the two.
I didn't
and I
either.
literally just looked at her Instagram page earlier today. And I saw underneath Bad Betty 215 it says Betty Rizzo. Grease is literally one of my favorite movies.
And I
I had no idea how that
together.
That's one of my favorite movies. I've watched it.
And it makes sense with you being an entertainer and a dancer and an entertainer and things like that. It makes perfect sense that would be the name. I actually love that. I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, so that's where it stemmed from. And then, of course, knowing Betty Boop as far as who she was. She had my skin tone, and you know what I mean. She was a jazz singer, different stuff, and they don't really display that because it was
the real Betty Boop,
exactly
not the one.
And that's just Betty Boop. So it's like the Betty plays off of
a lot
so much, but Betty Rizzo was definitely the core. When I started, it was like, ooh, this is me. You know, I even had like the pink jackets, the pink lady jackets. So now we kind of, higher the stature. We got the, the boss
hats.
lady, madam, captain hats, and I'm gonna have the varsity jackets, and so these is just kind of like pre-trial hats. Every hat is going to be customized. It's going to be different. So you're going to basically get your own signature customized hat. Yeah.
I love it. Make sure y'all get y'all Bad Betty hats.
What about
I need mine's in red.
Okay.
What are some of your favorite artists growing up? Like, what influenced you besides Grease?
Growing up, I had, and it's crazy because it's like a fine medium, because I would listen to Little Kim, but I would also listen to Indie Ivory. Mm-hmm. So that medium, I think, it kind of it like molded me. I think it grounded me, because those two different type of individuals, they're totally different. You know what I mean? But they embody something so significant. You know what I mean? So I would definitely say growing up, I listened to Little Kim. I listened to DMX. I listened to Jay-Z.
I can definitely see all three of them.
Missy.
Especially in that one video where you did, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a huge DMX sign in the back, and you got the...
Yeah, I love it.
Girl, you be killing these videos. Where you get the ideas for your videos from?
Girl, it was so crazy because that DMX video, mind you, I had everything planned out. People were supposed to come, chat, they were supposed to do this, they were supposed to do that. Girl, they didn't come. You know what I mean? It was just me, because when it's time to show up and show out, you gonna really see who gonna be there.
Right.
Child, we was there. I forget, it was the graffiti pier, and we went there, whatever, and it just seemed like everything basically fell into my lap. Like the guys who had the bikes, they just came out of nowhere. Then somebody had a dog. Then we seen a DMX thing. So I would just always say in life, perseverance is always the key. You know what I mean? Because you never really know or see what's on the end of the tunnel until you follow through. You know what I mean? Had I just been like, hey, I'm not going to shoot the video.
Have you ever had one of those moments where it was just like, nah, fuck it?
Yeah, definitely in the beginning of my career, it was a lot of that, because I felt like you're going to have a lot of naysayers, a lot of people that have opinions, a lot of people that want to stop what you're doing, or even try to hinder, block. You'll be surprised at how many people will try to do those things. And it's like, over time, you just realize that people are going to say whatever they want regardless. People going to do whatever they want regardless. So you do you regardless.
Period.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of doing you, because that's actually where I was coming up. You a whole vibe. Like, you are a whole vibe. You're a character. Some people, I've heard people say, like, you're very animated.
Yes.
Has there ever been a time where it was just like somebody was like, no, like, come down? Like,
yeah, it was a time, and I had to kind of let them know that this is who I am, and not for nothing. A lot of the people that it always be them people, the one that tell you to like the dim it down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I goes back on their page because I do my research. You feel what I'm
Period.
saying? I always do my research, and it's like these the same women or girls that done took the same route.
Mm-hmm.
They look like little bad buddies. You feel what I'm saying? And I mean, there's no shade. It's no pun intended. It just is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? I've given a lot of credit where it's due. I think the stigma of like female hip hop could be such an extraordinary thing because you have so many different personalities.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes back to like that thing of one band, one sound. You know what I mean?
Mm.
We can all get money together, but some people feel like, no, it can only be me.
Mm.
And some people look at me and feel like I'm like that, but I'm not.
You're a girl's girl.
I'm a girl's girl.
I can see you being a girl's girl.
I'm a girl's girl.
Especially with the energy. Like I can't see you being this bubbly and this like excited and then turn around and be like,
I'm a girl's girl for real.
I can't see it. I like it. And, how long would you say that it took you to actually get this confidence to? Because I know a lot of people wouldn't be able to just go out on stage and even perform with as much confidence as you do. So to actually put on a persona and to show that to the world, how long did you say that you took to be confident to do that?
I think it came so natural because Bad Betty is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even like a persona. When I step out, I think the business aspect of it, like, I think people know not to play with me because, again, you know that I'm a woman that has many accolades behind me. But,
like you said, educated. Okay.
But yeah,
And you also said a mother.
Yeah.
I think
365.
I think a lot of I personally didn't know that you was a mother. So now that I know that, I can see a little bit more. Like, okay, I see it. I see it, and I also see the military, the majorette type of lifestyle.
Yes.
55,000 followers. How did it feel to go from 500 to 3,000 to 55,000? Like, how did that progression of popularity feel for you? What did it make you nervous? Were you excited? How did you feel about it?
It's been a journey because, like I said, it's been like 5 or 6 years. Ever since I graduated from college, and I can say that it has its pros and its cons because I ain't gonna lie, maybe step my weight up a little bit. I don't know where I was. I think I was in like a grocery store. Mm-hmm. Somebody walked up to me, no lie, walked up to me, was like, "Bad Betty, what's that? What's that? I'm gonna take a picture, everything." And when I tell you, I look crazy. Like, I had a scarf on. I had no bra on.
Oh my God!
Girl, I was getting eggs and bacon. I was getting eggs and bacon, child. I had no socks on, child.
Oh my gosh!
But
it was just a store run.
It molded me though to be like, girl, you really doing it, right. And it will. I think it also humbled me though too because people know me everywhere. You know what I mean? Miami, Atlanta, Cali. I got fans all over, not just home base here in Philly. And I think that's extremely important for any female artist or any artist, period. You have to step outside your comfort zone and go, where you loved and appreciated. Because a lot of times, like, when I would do shows and stuff, people would get on the mic and be like, yeah, we know Bad Betty here. And at that time, I was just underground. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I was just somebody just like the next female just wanted my spot. You know what I'm saying? That just wanted a chance. But people looked at me and was like, girl, you don't belong here. You feel what I'm saying? So I took that.
And that's a fact. Some of these artists do not belong in some homes. No, positively and negatively. But some, like, we know a couple artists that even Toy be like, no, you're not performing here. You're not
out there. As a manager, there's artists that I have that I would say, no, you cannot perform at that showcase. You cannot perform in that room. You cannot be in that space. And it's not because, if you're going to go there because you want to headline and inspire the younger artists that are there to do what you're doing, that's one thing.
Right.
But going in competitively or anything other than conversationally, when you know who you are, you're actually kind of taking away from these younger artists that are trying to do what they're trying to do, because the majority of the people in the room now are there for you. And when you leave, they leave.
Right.
And you leave these baby artists sitting in the room now with nobody in the room.
Right.
It's like you got 4 people sitting in the room looking at you now, and the whole 65,000 people just walked out with the other artists.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of hurtful. So if you're there to kind of give that boost to the other artists, like, do your thing, y'all out here doing what y'all do y'all thing. My name is Bad Betty and I'm out. But then you still sit in the crowd and cheer them on and, you know, help inspire them, then by all means. It's the same thing I tell all my artists. But other than that, there's certain rooms y'all don't belong in. Y'all too big for them.
Right. Yeah. And
I just seen her on a New York City billboard. I better not see her in none of these showcases. I'm just saying. Like,
yeah.
saying.
So I've had to learn because at certain times, like, I would come out just because it's like, you know, I might want to have a good time.
Right.
Like, I might just
Which is
want to
understandable. That's,
you know, I might
still
just want
human at the end
network.
of the day.
But then I started to see, like, it was expected for me to come. Oh, hold on. I'm not a part of this roster. It's part of the funds that's going on here. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like,
my pocket. Wait a minute.
I love Atlanta though. Atlanta, and I ain't gonna lie, Philly, they so flip floppy. They love you, then they hate you, then they love you.
It be your own people.
Yeah, they love you, they hate you, girl. Then they love you, then they hate you, then they love you, then they hate you, then they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again. Chill.
Philadelphia is the embodiment. Philadelphia is the embodiment of America. It's such a melting pot of everything. You never know what you're going to get. It's no one specific thing here. There's a little bit of everything in Philly, so you never know what you're going to get. And you never know what the vibe is going to be.
That's true.
I think Philadelphia gives America more than New York does sometimes.
So, that thing you were saying, love you, they hate you, they hate you, they love you, they love you. Right now, she said there's so many different vibes in Philly, period.
I can't with him.
But listen, the thing is, where do you think the most support comes from you? Male, female, why?
I hope she says female. I hope she says female. I really do.
You know what?
Because she
Hold
answers-
on.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. Before you do answer, you said that she hopes she says female.
Yes, I hope she says female.
I feel like she's gonna say male only because you have to be a girl's girl in order to. You get what I'm saying? Like, unless you. Like,
I really want her to say female.
These
I
females be
really
hating.
want
I'm
to
in the
hear
middle.
that she's being supported
I'll
by.
let her say it's both.
All right, well,
Boy, girl, both, whatever. Let's go. What do we do?
It's definitely both.
it's both.
It's both.
That's great.
I like
You
it.
know.
I like it. I'm
I
okay
love
with
that
that.
for you.
I'm okay with that.
I love that.
Cool.
It's definitely.
I'm okay with that because it means that the guys still mess with her. Because a lot of guys be like, "Oh no, she too hard," or "She too." It means the guys still mess with her, and the girls are still vibing with her as well.
The other thing too, though,
I like
as
it.
far as the guys are concerned, I'm glad to hear that she's getting the support from the guys because guys are easily intimidated by a successful female
Exactly.
artist.
Oh yeah. Oh, I do.
Successful,
Yeah.
especially because 75% of Philadelphia's male population wants to be a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing her as a female and successfully doing what they are failing at. Sometimes can be hard for them to support as well.
Have you ever come across?
Oh yeah, all the time. I'm dealing with it now, and not just like it's hierarchies. It don't even just be the rappers. It be the gatekeepers. Sometimes it be people that you might look like. You know, you might look at them as somebody you look up to. You feel what I'm saying? The whole time they don't want to open that door for you because they feel like you might surpass them. Like for 2 years, I wouldn't say that I barricaded myself, but I wrote more and I just got mentally and emotionally and spiritually connected to myself because I was losing it. I'm like, yo, like what's going on? Like, and you wouldn't be able to fathom certain the things that I would to tell you. You feel what I'm saying? The things that I went through on this journey. But it got me here and I'm still standing here. People have no idea the pain and the things that women, female rappers or artists have to endure coming into this game. They don't at all.
It's interesting that you said that because coming up really soon, we're actually doing an event that is completely and 100% centered on female artists, female vendors, female everything here in Philadelphia coming up called the She's a Winner concert. And I actually, because I might have you leave it in a few minutes, I actually was going to stay later to talk to you about that to see, you know, how you felt about possibly coming out to perform.
I would love that.
Say again?
She did.
Did she just? Oh, okay.
I did that. I told you I was going to do it. But I'm actually leaving, so I'm not going to get an opportunity to talk to you about it. But I'm definitely going to send you a message.
Yes.
And just kind of, get your vibe on that, because you said a lot of things which gear towards exactly what we're trying to do with that project.
Right.
Which is empower female music artists and vendors and things like that to kind of say there's space in this world for you too.
Right.
And to stop treating female artists like they have to, because female artists get worse than men do. The female artists it's bad. There's only a couple of ways to come up in here. You have to fight and be as hard as she's saying that she has to be, or you have to. That's it. Like off of pure talent alone, like just pure talent and being sweet and kind and funny and friendly and talented. At some point or another, you lose your innocence. You still got who?
You still got mine.
The lies.
Oh. Anyway, no, she just lied to me. Anyway, I'm gonna use that as a segue. Anyway, let's get into the fashion, because, like I said, every video you got a outfit.
It's
even when you perform,
I can't keep my eyes open.
It's everything. Look at the bag. First off, do you see the glasses?
It was everything.
You notice how when Crab came with his wine glass, it was a wine glass.
No. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I'm sorry. Did you see the back of the phone case? The phone case matches the jacket, matches the pants, matches the shoes, matches the glass, matches the bag, matches the whole. It's a whole vibe right now. Like it's a whole.
The wardrobe.
Yes.
Who is it? Just you, or do you have a team of people who actually?
I definitely get my style from my ancestors. Got to give credit to my mom. We on a little, but shout out to Styles in 3D. You already know the vibes. And of course, my great grandmother. Her name was Daisy. She was always into the fashion. And so a lot of times, like this is just a little sweatsuit. You know what I mean?
Cute, though.
It's
cute. Like, yes.
I love stepping out, and that's why I think that I can do so much, because I can wear all different color types of styles, hair color, whatever I put on.
And I love that you switch up your hair colors and your hairstyles. Yes, I love it. And it always looks so elegant too. It don't be looking like crazy. So I definitely love it. I want to talk about these hats and get into the hats.
Oh, yes,
because this is like your signature piece, right? So tell us about the hats and when can we expect to start buying them?
Yes. So
because I'm ready to buy that white one.
They're going to be out ready for shipment in about a week. About a week. They're going to be on my website. Every hat is going to be designed. You're going to have your own personalized hat. No hat looks like the other.
Gotcha.
And so I actually started Bad Betty's Cabaret. It's been about 2 years since I started it. And I stopped it because I think that the women that I want in my circle, like, of course, we watch the baddies. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you watch the baddies or, different stuff. And I even watch it. You know what I mean? And a lot of times I've enjoyed it. And that's probably because of the stigma of just drama and women, But we all have our guilty pleasures. But when I did this cabaret, I wanted it to be different, to represent Black women and, of course, island women in a different type of way. You know what I mean? Powerful, strong, girl. You know what I mean? Let's do a cooking, contest. Like, let's cook like our ancestors. You know what I mean? Let's go bowling. Like, you know what I mean? Let's do other things that's still exciting. Because women is, you always going to get the tea. You always going to get a little, because it's
by nature.
By nature. So I stopped it for that reason, because the next time when I put this out on the mat, oh baby, it's gonna be like, yeah, I want to be like those girls,
right? And
I want to be like those it girls. You know what I mean?
I always like I said, it is a guilty pleasure. We like to go on and look at it, but it definitely is I would want to see more reality TV shows with men and women, because the men be out here wilding too, where they are actually doing something of substance or something of value or something that's actually making a difference,
Right.
So I would definitely love to tune into that. Speaking of television, you are in a movie coming out, in 2 weeks? The Ganja?
Yes, the Ganja movie premiere is tomorrow at
tomorrow.
Studio Movie Grill, 69th Street.
Okay.
Wait,
Thursday.
I was gonna say March 13th.
Yes,
14th?
Thursday.
14th. Yeah, this is my calendar.
Yes.
We're going
We're going to go see this movie, right?
It's my calendar.
Right.
It's in my calendar. We will be there.
Yes. So yes, definitely shout out to R.A. and Reed. They directed and
Yes.
produced the movie The Ganja. It's actually a scary movie.
You said a scary movie?
It's a scary movie, yeah.
Wait. Wait
Um,
a minute.
It's not that.
I'm gonna sit outside while y'all watch shit.
It's not scary to the point like it's gonna be like, but you know.
Gotcha.
Do people get killed?
Yeah.
Sounds scary.
Yes, and rest in peace the Tunk. He was one of the guys in the movie. He was somebody that you ever have somebody that just believe in you, like a call you be like, you better shoot that movie.
Right.
You better not let them get in your ear. You better not. He was always that one.
Mm-hmm.
And when you lose somebody like that, it's hard. You know what I mean? Because you don't have a lot of that. It's for me. You know what I mean?
Mm.
A lot of people is popular because it's like, oh, whatever. But when you strong and you have a certain type of vibe to you, certain people don't like that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So he was just a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? So shout out to Tunk. I love you, baby. Always.
You said something earlier I wanted to ask you about. How old are you?
Oh!
I was saying not everybody is gonna answer that
Rewind.
one.
So let me rewind.
What?
Well, here's the thing. She might have aged herself because she said she listened to India Ari and Little Kim growing up. So she might have aged herself a little bit with that one because because of the era. So that's why I asked.
I feel
Because
like
I feel
all
like
my guests on my
vibe-wise-
show are gonna be my age, and we're all 26.
I'm 20 something.
There you go.
Like, go.
I'm 20
I'll
something.
I'll take that.
I'm
Yeah,
26.
Because no, who's 26?
All of us. You're 26 too. Yeah, you're 26.
Really?
Yeah, you're all 26.
Can you tell my kids?
Corrupted Minds is on Tubi though too.
Yes.
Shout out to
movie
Gutter
of yours?
Films.
Yep.
Yep. Shout out to Gutter Films because
Oh,
people
yeah, she's an actress.
yes.
Period. You better tune in.
Okay.
You better tune in.
Listen, I might be looking for management soon.
Hey.
Anyway.
There you go.
Let me know.
Listen. Okay.
Let me know. I'm
So
definitely
it was
open for at least one more
another
artist.
video that I came across that I wanted to get into. It could have been you video where you had the nurses.
I saw that.
Yes.
That one got me. I had to replay it. I was
replayed
playing
it a
it,
couple times.
and then I looked at it. It was like, wait a minute, what? And I had to go back and actually tune in to the video. It was like, oh snap!
We actually shot that down Kensington.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that wasn't a green screen.
yeah, I'll
was
never
not a green
forget.
screen, y'all. That is actual KUNA.
When after I had graduated, it was a popular guy, and you know my heart always feels for him. His name was K Dot. He's from down South Philly, and
That was a hurt piece hearing his name.
yeah, when we shot the video, I seen him down there, and I literally had to like go off set. Like I went off set and like had a few tears to see somebody so hungry. Like, you feel what I'm saying? To see him rap and to see him, you know what I mean? And, you know, we used to be in live, Vanity Grand. Like, you know what I mean? This is when I was dancing. Like, you feel what I'm saying? That was my dog. You know what I mean? And it was a hurt piece. So when we shot the thing, it was so much emotion in that because it was so real. It was so raw. You know what I mean? But yes, it could have been you is definitely a touching.
Yeah, it definitely got me.
Yeah.
I had to go back and look at that a couple times too. Even the end where he was stumbling and the boy was like what's up with you? Like,
I gotta give him some. I gotta give him some acapella. Got
Yeah.
some pain right now. Ready?
Hey,
Listen, let's go. Listen. See you go gangsters and villains. Being broke ain't the feeling. I'm hearing thoughts in my mind that just keep on drilling. I wonder if God can hear it. Tell me how to do with it. I got something to say. Listen up, little children. It's like I'm battling demons. I've been going through anxiety, depression, I swear. I just want my parents proud of me. Pray for Philly. It's like everybody going wild. My homie died. And I seen tears in his mama eyes. She ain't even know she got a whip, that it was on live, had everybody tagging her. Now she traumatized. I can't even watch the news. I think they got me trouble too. Homie after homie, and they said they killed a baby too. Kids killing kids, family grieving like it's nothing new. And shorty only 12, and she fucking like the shit is cute. I can't trust the soul because I know they all watching. If I'm slipping, still my chain and kill me in chicken and waffles. Hope that I don't get shot at the top like a Kennedy. It's all planned out. They want us all born eventually. Let's get it, Bad Betty. You know, I do my little one too. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Damn.
That was deep.
That was deep. You know what? And that's why
You didn't even give her the swear jar for that one.
No. I'll pay it. To Astro, what's her tab? I got it.
You gotta pay the swear jar for that one.
I got it. But no, that's why I like you, and I like your music and like everything that you do, because you give that right there, what you just gave, which is like pure. It was in your heart, and it still gave MC, it still gave rap, it still gave music, but you can still do the sexy red real quick. Like you could switch it and still give them that sex appeal, and I love it.
Because for women, I mean, I'm a girl's girl. Like I love women. So it's like, you know, when I see, I love seduction. You know what I mean? I love for a woman to look like, no matter, I don't care if she was 350 pounds. She in that mirror looking beautiful. Look, you better go ahead. You to have that confidence and just pure, just elegance and sexy. I'm all for that. I love that.
What advice would you give to little girls who are like growing up and just now getting into their looks and experimenting with makeup and stuff like that? Like, what would you tell them to keep that confidence?
Do you, boo?
And
Don't worry about what they gonna say. I don't care if you put a star right here and a diamond right there. That's your style, baby. That's your style, okay? I don't want to hear nobody talk about nothing. That's your style. That's your style.
And I love it. Keep it that way. Do you have any questions?
If you had to pick your top song, the song that best gives you, like the career wise, you had to say there's a song that every time I hear it, it's my beginning, my middle, and where I'm going. What song would it be? Because there's definitely a song you wrote at the pinnacle of your career that said, "This is who I used to be, this is who I am now, and this is where I'm going." Which song would you say that is, or have you written it yet?
I was about to ask, or is it even written yet?
I don't think that's you got me, because you know what? I got ciphers. It's a girl, the what's it called? It's calendar is booked and busy. Chill.
Booked and busy, not bothering.
Yes.
Somebody said every song.
That was a good one. I don't think I've created.
That might be the one we're looking forward to. That might be the one that's coming.
Yes.
That song that just embodies everything that you are and what you're going to be.
Somebody else said the DMX remix. Stop being greedy for sure.
Yeah. Yes. Oh. It's a, oh my God, can I please tell you the story? It's 2 minutes with DMX.
Yes, no, go ahead.
The year that DMX passed away, I went to Miami. That was my first time going to Miami. We stayed out there for a week. I love Miami. We stayed out there another week. So, girl, the last day, we walking on a cold show, and it was me, my girlfriend, and a manager or whatever at the time. She see DMX. She run up to us like, "Oh my God, DMX!" Da, da, da. What? DMX? I walked right up to him like, "Yeah, what's up?" Like, you know, like you not like that, but like, you know, what's up? Like, you know, nice to meet you. Da, da, da. He was like, "Sit down."
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I've went on Google and YouTube. I've never seen DMX give another female rapper roses, but he definitely gave me roses, and I definitely rapped for him. And you know, he basically told me like, whatever you need for me to do, da 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 da, you got my blessing. And it was like that April is when it happened. So that was just, oh God, that was the best experience. And not for nothing, it was the best experience when you can really be you. You know how like you with your girlfriends or you with what's it called? You might have a bad night, you might have, you know, threw up or whatever the case may be. Girl, I had went through all that. DMX was like, "You alright, girl? You alright? You good?" Like we went to play pool afterwards.
Was
it was a vibe.
You wouldn't have been able tell me nothing else for the rest of that trip.
Oh my god.
I just spent the rest of the trip with them roses wilting in my mouth. Just so y'all know.
Okay.
I know a lot of people be like putting their flowers and stuff in like plastic or
Yeah,
like.
I did. It's another word from laminated, but yeah, it's in like a seal type of a thing. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
actually
cute.
super awesome.
Yeah.
Your
So,
show's a GMI.
yes. Child of like I've seen it.
Yeah. So, quick question, right? You might not know, but you gonna know now. Astro, about that bike. Like, I seen a flyer on your page with you on a bike. Was you Photoshop on that? Was you really riding that?
Oh, I was really on the bike. Oh,
Tell them don't play with it.
don't play with it.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
Don't play with it. I love the bike life. I will always be out there. I would never. I don't have my own bike, but I will always get behind the joint. I love. It's like an adrenaline, especially like on the highway. I'm like that. You know what I mean? I love it.
She like roller coasters, don't you?
As I got older, I don't like
So you like motorcycles, but you don't like roller coasters?
Yeah. I don't like going.
Yo, that's how I am.
I don't like going all the way. It's the thing like coming down with my heart. I think now that I got older,
you don't like the drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
My heart just won't take
Look
it.
into it.
No, the thing is, first of all, I was scared of roller coasters my whole life, and then I finally got used to them. But you know what's happening for wearing roller coasters? I wear wigs. You're not world starring me. I'm not getting world star coming down a roller coaster and my wig goes that way while I go that way. Not doing it. I forgot who it was that did that. I think it was Paula. Paula had a video on School Paul a couple years ago that she was coming down the roller coaster. She's on a roller coaster with her kids at Six Flags, and she's coming down the roller coaster. Her wig went left. No, girl, not on School Paul, not today. No, ma'am. When I go viral, that will not be what it's for.
You ain't live life since you lost a wig or something.
I'm just saying, I never
You
lost
joined
my
the
wig.
I actually lost my wig out the sunroof of a limo about 3 years ago.
Nice.
Fried.
I
was fried. It was my girlfriend's bachelorette party, and we were going. And we were coming on the way. We were on our way back from Jersey. We were in Atlantic City. We were on a highway coming back. The limo driver, we had got him drunk, which he should not have done that. So at this point, he's down with whatever we doing.
Right.
And the music is jumping, and he opened. It was a double sunroof because it was a really big limo, so it had a double sunroof, and we were hanging out the sunroof. I had been sweating all night. The glue done slipped. It was different. Next thing I know, and I didn't realize it happened until I sat back in the car, and I'm still jamming, and my girlfriends are like, and I'm like, why is everybody looking at me like that? She was like, it's your hair. And I'm like, oh, not the meeks.
Not the meat.
Not the meat.
Not the meat.
The whole
Hey,
meat.
yeah.
I still had my edges and all that. But yeah, no, it was over for me. It
Yes.
was over. And I didn't care. I actually got a really pretty scarf. I stopped and got a scarf out the store, tied it on all gypsy style, and still finished drinking at the next bar we went to.
I know that's right.
As you should. What are you going to do? Like, end your day because you lost your hair?
I was mad. That wig was
Any other questions,
$430.
Okay.
It was a $430 human hair wig. Shout out to whoever got that wig, by the way. Shout out to you. Shout out to that raccoon that ran off in Jersey City with my wig.
Alright, so another thing, right? So since you about that, like you said, you always in the back of the joint. I buy, sell, trade, and teach people how to ride. If you try and you feel me, learn.
I would love that.
That's the second shameless plug.
Are these people keep putting their plugs in my show?
You gotta plug it. I'm trying to let her know. Look, we go ride. You feel me?
I would love that.
And you be in the front, you heard?
Yeah, I would love that. I really do. I really would. Because I thought
so
about.
we'll get her in some AVR merch and
Yes.
photo shoot on the back. Let's get it.
Yes. Please with the photo shoot on the bike.
All right.
Yes, Mama.
I am going to skedaddle.
Make sure you DM me, please.
Absolutely. I was definitely giving you
Yes.
DMs.
All right.
With everything we got going on.
Okay.
Miss Also Very out. Chichi, enjoy the rest of the show. Yo, Astro.
All right, guys. Last question. I am heavily involved in the community. I love doing my community work and my volunteer work. I love working with the kids. How do you give back to the community? Or how will you, if you don't already, how will you give back to the community? Hold on. So I gave my charger because you like to.
I never picked it up. I never took it off the table.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wow. Not interrupting the whole show for charges.
She still charges. Y'all know how people still lighters or.
Yes.
She still charges.
This conversation to go back to the show.
Right. So yeah. Right. So how do you give back to the community, or how do you, assist the community, or how will you if you don't already?
I assist the community by like everyday like living. When I go out, I might see somebody that might need, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? They might be asking for $1. They might be like, oh, I'm trying to do this. It could be anything.
Right.
I just feel like I do my due diligence, like on a course, because I feel like that's my calling. You know what I mean? I feel like to help people, to inspire people. I do feel like I'm going to be like the next, like Michael Jackson, Beyonce, that hit it. Whereas though when people see me and they feel my energy and my presence for 10 whole minutes, you just crying just to see me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just to be there. And it's like when you're that type of icon, it's it's an energy and a substance and just a person that you have to embody. You know what I mean? And I've been there. Like, you know what I mean? I'll be in a grocery. It could be anywhere. Child, the kids will be correlating to me. You'll have old ladies asking, can I help them do different stuff? And they just talking to me because they feel like it's just natural. Can I help you go to your car? You damn right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Can I help you put these bags in? Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so as far as like the kids, like I said, I had my organization where I had the girls come in and, you know what I mean? They would be being bullied. They was getting abused. You know what I mean? Wasn't properly being taken care of. Just different stuff. When they came with me, they felt loved. They felt appreciated. They felt like they was valued. They felt like somebody. Their hair wasn't done, or I was going to the hair store to buy hair to do their hair individuals. Yeah, that's 3 months that's the type of person I am.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think a lot of people talk about it, but when you really in it and you really for the cause of it being different, because even though I talk about me having a degree in different stuff, I went to CEP. I'm not sure if you know or not, but CEP is a a disciplinary school that girls and boys went to like when they were bad. Like when I lost my father at 14, I was very angry. I was very depressed, and I just didn't care. So I used to fight a whole lot. You know what I mean? I got a scar on my face, you know what I mean, from somebody stabbed me. You know what I mean? So when they talk about their life, I was really in it. It's nothing that anybody can ever tell me. I've lived both sides.
Right.
Both. You know what I mean? And so I think that's why a lot of people can resonate with me, because it's not a fake facade. This is real.
Right.
This is real. This is really who I am. You know?
I can get that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I'm definitely getting big sister vibes right now.
Yes.
If I hit your DMs at 3 o'clock in the morning one day, just
Girl,
go
yes.
just know you got to pick up your big sister now.
Okay.
So you got any more questions?
It's so crazy you say that, because a lot that
I can
warms my
definitely
heart.
see it. You got a lot of big sisters, little sisters calling you at 4 a.m. Don't call her phone. All right, y'all. So, all right, I got one last question for you. I want to get into It Girls.
Yes.
Tell us about that, because that is a banger. That is a whole banger.
Are you sending that over?
I thought I did. I emailed it. I mean, I airdropped it to you.
All right, airdrop it again while she talk about it.
Okay.
Yes. It Girls. Oh my goodness. I wrote It Girls in about an hour. No lie.
Really?
An hour. I wrote It Girls in an hour. And it might have been because at the time I might have been a little bit mad. I might have been mad at my girlfriend at the time. I might have been whatever. But it over a sequence of time, like, you know what I mean? The different things that I feel like I've experienced, like, in my life, I felt like, why not put it in the music? And not for nothing as far as what they portray women to be as pretty or gorgeous, or, you know what I mean, and these build a body type of women. And it's not nothing against them, because some of it looks good. Some of it, like, I'm a girl's girl, like I said, but don't ever knock the woman that's natural, that's confident and resilient within her own voice and her own body.
Right. Yeah. I get what
Never
you're saying.
do that.
I get what you're saying.
So I think we have to balance out the two.
Yeah.
Well, we it girls. We don't give a what? Yeah.
Period.
Girls, I like that.
I love it. Did you get it?
I got bad bees like 5 times. But
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just gotta change the.
Yeah, I gotta change
oh,
them.
so yeah, I'm about to say I just keep saying the same name. We're gonna give it the same name. All right, cool. Then I got
DJ Astro over there still learning the ropes and stuff.
I mean, every train had the same name. All right, which I want.
We waiting for you. All right, y'all. This is Bad Betty. 8 Girls. Is this on all platforms?
All platforms.
All platforms. Go stream right now.
Right now.
Make sure y'all go stream. And we out.